Hey guys, and welcome to Tnashi's Movie Corner. Today we'll be doing another animated matchup, part of the animated tournament that my brother and I have taken upon ourselves to do. Where we take what we consider to be the best in animated features and pair them against each other and try to go towards, which one will ultimately be the best animated movie as far as our tournament's concerned. And, we try to be as objective as possible here. So, today's matchup, we got Beauty and the Beast versus Spirited Away. Beauty and the Beast, which came out in 1991, and Spirited Away, which came out in 2001. So, that's interesting. But, in any case, when we judge these, we base them upon plot, main character, side character, songs, humor, villain or antagonist, cast, romance, action, themes, and memorability. So let's go ahead and get started here. When we came to plot, we actually decided to give plot to Spirited Away. Beauty and the Beast has quite a more straightforward plot where the pieces kind of fit together, but Spirited Away, overall, I think the plot just works better for what she's trying to achieve as far as getting out of this spirited, world and saving her parents and everything. I think it really works in that manner, and all the, like how she has to go through all these kind of little trials to get there. So I think that works better. Main character we gave to Beauty and the Beast. We put Beauty at Belle and Beast as the main characters. We thought the movie had both of them, so both of them just they kind of overpower Chihiro, which is the main character for Spirited Away. They're really kind of panned out better. They work better as a dynamic. So for side characters, we gave it to Spirited Away. I think the side characters work decent enough for both movies, but in this particular case, I think Spirited Away, they just kind of worked better. They kind of grew more, and they had a little more to do than I think they do in Beauty and the Beast. Songs we gave to Beauty and the Beast, they had more songs, and they had kind of memorable songs in that sense, so they kind of worked better. Humor we gave to Spirited Away. Both movies have humor in them. Spirited Away is just kind of hit more at home with even the little things that happened. So for villain, we gave that to Beauty and the Beast. Gaston was a great villain. And, for Spirited Away, you have the antagonists with Yubaba. But she doesn't really have that much motivation going for her. And she conflicts with Chihiro a little bit, but doesn't really stand out to me as much as Gaston does with kind of being a little bit of a douchebag with wanting Belle, but then when, the Beast comes into the picture and he learns about it and wanting to kill the Beast, which would obviously interfere and kind of setting Maurice, Belle's father, up to go to the insane asylum unless Belle agrees to marry him. So there's just a little bit, he has more to do with the main character than Yubaba kind of does. So for cast, we also gave it to Beauty and the Beast. Realistically, the cast for both of them doesn't stand out too terribly much. Spirited Away has one person in particular who does a voice. I can't remember. I think it might be Yuko. I'm trying to remember. But anyway, the English voice for that character is the voice of Meg in Hercules, and that's all I could see. It also has the voice of Chihiro being the same voice that does Lilo in Lilo and Stitch. But that one actually didn't stand out too much. Like, I was able to overlook that. And before even part of the movie had gone through, I saw it as just being Chihiro. So, that worked. But Beauty and the Beast, the voices just kind of worked a little better with Beast and with Belle a little bit, but more with Mrs. Potts. And, Cogsworth, and even Gaston to some degree. But so I think that one just worked out a little better. Romance, we also gave to Beauty and the Beast. There's romance in both movies. Beauty and the Beast kind of touches upon that more heavily and kind of builds into it, whereas Spirited Away, you kind of get told that that's what they feel towards each other more than you actually see it. So there is that. But action-wise, we also gave to Beauty and the Beast. Neither one of them are very strong on action. They both have it. It's just not the strongest points in the movie. But we felt like Beauty and the Beast had more significance with its action than Spirited Away did, so that's why it kind of got the edge there. With themes, we gave themes to Spirited Away. The themes for Beauty and the Beast, it has a few kind of obvious ones. It touches upon a little bit with kind of the, women being capable kind of deal, and it goes within the looking beyond what you see, kind of don't judge a book by its cover and all that. Spirited Away has, and both of them really have a responsibility kind of thing to them as well, but Chihiro really takes to that a lot more, and it goes into, the whole greed aspect with some of the characters in the movie and what greed can do to you. And it goes upon seeing like differences with each other and kind of the different ideas of youth and perception upon someone based upon what they are. So it really touches upon some of the things that Beauty and the Beast does, but it does so a little better, a little more effectively, and it has more of them. And then with memorability, we also gave it to Spirited Away, and the big reason why I thought Beauty and the Beast has some scenes that particularly stand out, and some of those scenes stand out purely because it's been marketed to stand out that way. And what I mean by that is anytime commercials for Beauty and the Beast are shown, or anytime the topic comes up, various scenes are associated with it, and so they're kind of drilled into you to stand out. But I think Spirited Away, it has some moments, some scenes that do stand out a little bit more than the others. But I really feel like the whole movie as a whole in a way stands out because of the world that we're put into and all the creatures and the interactions and how stuff kind of happens. Like there's just something about what you see there that really kind of, when you think of the movie, you think of the whole movie and not just pieces of the movie. So I think it's more memorable in that sense. But anyway, guys, so that actually wraps up this category, and if we're going it's a 6-5 vote in favor of Beauty and the Beast, which is a lot closer than I thought it would be. I initially thought Beauty and the Beast would just trump Spirited Away, and that's not what happened. It really came down to it. So that's pretty interesting. But anyway, so that concludes this matchup. So hopefully you guys like this video, and if you do, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, watch my other vids, please. I appreciate that. And comment down below here, which movie do you feel should have won out of them? Which one do you feel kind of